Alright, man, it's your boy Humboldt 2 times, you feel me? Back in that video, man, for me, follow the Instagram at Humboldt 2 times. And look, sex today's talking about money was never the problem. It was about what you did with the money. Now look, for today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything. For giving myself these amazing downloads, dropping this amazing good information on me, feel me, no cap. Excuse myself. I'm also giving a huge shout out to everyone and to y'all. Y'all literally take energy out of y'all today to come rock with me, show me love and support, you feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much more to love always deeply. I'm also sending good positive energy, good positive protection, good positive healing, and good positive energy towards everyone always deeply. Also, if you want to book if you're serious about booking a one-on-one call with me, or if you want to create or if you want me to create a personalized video specifically for you, just DM me the word shift on my Instagram at Humboldt 2 times. Just DM me the word shift and I will get back to you. Or you can just simply comment under this video the word shift and I will get back to you. Now let's go ahead and get deep into the video. Money was never the problem. It was about what you did with the money, etc. The thing is, a lot of times we think money is the problem. And I'm going to be real with you. A lot of times the problem is yourself. I don't say this to be mean, but it's the truth. Why do you think people who are rich continue to keep getting rich? Because they know that they're going to continuously keep making more money, right? When they go to the grocery store, they're not looking at the prices. They're looking at what they want. I'm going to repeat that. They're not looking at the prices. They're looking at what they want to buy. See what I'm saying? I'm not saying spend all your money that you have right now because you're trying to play rich. No. But what I'm saying is your vibration is imperative, right? You could have $2. If you're not grateful for $2, why would the universe send you 100,000? Why would it send you 1,000,000? If you don't know how to use this $2, why would you get sent $20? Why would you get sent $100 if you don't even know how to use this $2? See what I'm saying? If you had only $2 right now, do you know how to invest that $2? See what I'm saying? It's your perception. And I've talked about money multiple times on my channel before. See what I'm saying? The richer keep getting rich because it also has something to do with vibration, your frequency, right? Your vibration, your frequency. You see what I'm saying? Money, it was never the problem. It's your vibration. A lot of our problems go back to self. You see what I'm saying? Why they keep cheating on me? Why do you keep allowing them to cheat on you? We don't ask ourselves these questions. A lot of us don't. Some of us do, but a lot of us don't. Why do they keep disrespecting me? Why do I keep allowing myself to be disrespected? Why do I keep allowing myself to be in this energy? Why don't I just remove myself from these individuals? See what I'm saying? Right? The life that you want, you're going to have to shift your vibration. You're going to have to shift your mindset. You're going to have to switch some things up. And for some of you, a lot of things up. And that's okay. You see what I'm saying? When you have a certain amount of money, how do you feel? If you had $100,000, you'd be feeling really good right now. So why, when you get your check, why don't you feel really good? Psychology is imperative reflection, and I mean that positively. You would feel super duper hype and super duper good if you had 100,000. So every time you get a check, every time you get money, why aren't you in good energies? You see what I'm saying? Right? Your highest version of yourself, do you think it's getting super duper 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 excited if you get extra hours on your job? So that means you got a bigger check. That doesn't mean have a I don't care mindset or you don't care. But how is your higher self moving? How does your higher self treat and interpret money? How does it feel about money? How does it use money? See what I'm saying? These things matter, right? For an example, if you want people to respect you more, what do? You start to respect yourself more. And you shouldn't even be wanting people to respect you more, right? And if you respect yourself, that'll naturally happen anyway, right? But you shouldn't even be focused on that. You see what I'm saying? Another reason, too, why you feel like money is becoming a problem and an issue is because you're in survival mode. You're constantly trying to find a way to make money. You're always trying to make money. Do you think the highest version of yourself is always looking and seeking to try to find a way to make money? It knows it's abundant. It knows it is already rich. You are rich. You are money. You can never run out of what you are. I am money. You are money. You can never run out of what you are. You need to start moving in that energy more. You see what I'm saying? Because if you notice, no matter how much we spend, eventually money comes back. I'm going to repeat that. No matter how much we spend, eventually money comes back. So what does that tell you? You're capable of manifesting more money. You're capable of attracting more money. But it's about the decisions. It's about your perception. It's about your vibration. What are you doing with the money? A lot of people will tell you to save money. I'm not going to tell you not to save money. But it's imperative to create a way where you have generated money. What does generated money mean? This is something to where you can make money while you are literally in rest mode. A job, a 9 to 5, you're making money when you're on the clock. When you're off the clock, you're not making money from that job. You need to find a way to where you can make money to where even when you're in rest mode, you're still making money. See what I'm saying? You don't have to do this specifically, but this can become a great way to make consistent money. You need to bet on yourself more. And I mean this positively. You need to have a lot more faith in yourself. That doesn't mean be cocky. That doesn't mean expect. That's low vibrational. We don't expect anything. We know who we are. But we're not going to expect anything. We're not going to expect to have this certain amount of money because we're moving in our higher self. That's actually moving in your lower self. And I mean no disrespect when I say that, but it's the honest truth. If you truly know who you are, you wouldn't be expecting anything. So why are you expecting a certain amount of money? Why are you expecting this girl to like you? Why are you expecting this man to like you? You're not moving in confidence. You're moving in fake confidence, which in other words is low vibrational energy reflection. See what I'm saying? Money is psychology. Money is vibration. How do you treat yourself? How the way you treat yourself is going to be how the way you treat money. It's going to be how the way you treat these women, how you treat these men, how you treat your family, how you treat your coworkers, how you treat your friends, how you treat your reality, how you treat your lifestyle, how you treat your kids, how you treat the animals, Mother Goddess, Mother Nature, etc., your ancestors, etc., guardian angels, etc. A lot of stuff goes back to you. A lot of stuff is inner before it is outer reflection. See what I'm saying? Why you think she's trying to argue with you? Why you think he's trying to argue with you even though you ain't do nothing to these people? They got something going on internally, and instead of healing internally, they're trying to release that energy onto you externally. In other words, they're trying to project onto you, right? See what I'm saying? Ever been at a grocery store, right? And the cashier is just, it's like they're just purposely trying to have an attitude with you. You ain't do nothing to them. You just spoke and said, hi, how are you doing today? Right? Projection. We project a lot. A lot of times we think, oh, I'm having trouble with manifestation. You are very good at manifesting. It's just you are manifesting things in your reality that you don't want to manifest. Right? You keep manifesting more things to complain about. Why? Because you're constantly complaining. You're thinking about complaining. You're feeling complaining. So you're going to naturally manifest it into your reality. If you start thinking more about money, if you start thinking more about being abundance, if you start thinking about moving in more of your goddess, your god-like, your queen, your king-like self, you're going to attract, you're going to think, you're going to feel more of that energy. You're going to be more in that energy. You're going to be more in that vibration, reflection. You see what I'm saying? Your mindset is so imperative, right? Your mindset is so imperative. At a 9 to 5, you have workers, and you have other workers, which are supervisors, or managers. Why are they supervisors? Why are they managers? Why aren't they just workers? Why are they managers? Why are they supervisors? Because it's the vibration, it's the energy. They feel that's where they should be at, so that's where they are. I say this with respect. Your life doesn't change until you change. Stop being on social media all the time. Stop comparing yourself to other individuals. Everybody's journey is different. Okay, they might have this right now. It's meant. It was already designed for them to have that. It's meant. What's meant for you is meant for you. You see what I'm saying? Maybe not designed, but what's meant for you is literally meant for you, reflection. You see what I'm saying? And it's imperative with money to not feel like you gotta grind 24/7. That's unnatural. I'm not saying don't grind it all for money, right? I'm not saying don't grind it all for money, right? But what I am saying is that when it comes to money, it's imperative to have a good balance. And I mean this positively. You shouldn't be chasing money. But you also shouldn't just be, oh, I'm in my higher self, the money's gonna come to me, and then do absolutely nothing after that. No, it doesn't work like that. You see what I'm saying? Right? You need to continue to keep working on yourself. When you truly continuously keep working on yourself, bro, you're gonna get better with talking to people. You're gonna get better with being more of your charisma side. You're gonna get better with money, right? A lot of things start within. A lot of things start within. The more you get better with yourself, you'll start to naturally get better with other things. What's one of the key words I said in that sentence? Truly. When you truly are working on yourself, bro, you will naturally get better with a lot of things. Your focus will improve, right? You see what I'm saying? You'll start doing things for your dopamine that actually make sense to do for your dopamine, right? Instead of playing the video game, you'll go work out for dopamine, right? Instead of playing with yourself, you'll go hook up with a woman or a man and just have a good time with them for dinner. You don't even got to have sex with them all the time, right? It's multiple different ways to actually get a good dopamine. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can't play the video game, but there's better ways to get that dopamine off than playing the video game. You see what I'm saying? Because when you work out, you're not going to work out for no 4 or 5 hours straight. But on a video game, you'll play a video game for 4 or 5 hours straight. I know, because I used to play video games a lot. I don't even play video games now. You see what I'm saying? But look, man, I lay out, man. So much more to love, always deeply. It's imperative that we keep tapping into ourselves, and I mean this positively. And I lay out, man, and I catch up from those miles on the next one, man. Peace.